EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, 280.
54, Mike, 54. We got it.
Stay 50, stay 50.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54.
Stafford on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 30 yards there. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Zebra.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Shit. Mike 5-4, Mike.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Easy.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I'm taking my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
54, right there. 54, Mike. All day, every day.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
32. White. Hot. Hey. High 7.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Well, he'll find Hall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Alert! Hey, Delta.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Danny Amendola there to make the grab. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over at their own 25-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Ready. 5-9.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Lions will take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Stafford now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he rifles one incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews, so I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Well, writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
53, ready.
They'll run with McKissick. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's Stafford. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. A final shot before half for Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Breeze now to throw. And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Kill! 80 weapons. Easy, opposite.
On play action, now Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Close. 6 guys. Check 6. Christian, travel.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And 3 at the 30-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. Well, this is caught by Gim. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They go with a fullback line. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down, Saints. 5-9. On
1st down, Breeze. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At the 5-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Get to the ball, team. We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check.
Opposite.
Breeze going to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Duvon Kennard gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down.
Third and long.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Breeze. And he's going to go down again. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The real what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Stafford to his tight end, James. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got one.
To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Scarborough. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Next to score, Lions 14, Saints 3.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted,
he's got a man complete. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Breeze to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. He's back to throw, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Stafford now to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Throwing here, Stafford. This one complete to Lacy. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Set. 180.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the